All right, guys, so it's quite a few days later from when the beans were planted. I'm just basically looking now to see how the pre-emerge, the second application, did. And this is the problem weed that I've been talking about in all my videos. You can see all the leaves are dead. The stem is awfully green yet. So I don't know if we got it. You got ones like this. Now, it hasn't been very long since basically I didn't have much of a buffer between planting and the second application, but I'm not going to worry too much. It'll be a while till we have any emergence. So you can see it's kind of scattered through here. All the leaves are crispy, but not the tops. So we might still have some issues with these weeds. I'll have to keep an eye on it. One thing I wanted to have done was have the waterway marked off because it is coming up through this field, and we just didn't get it done. So we had to waste some seed, I guess, for this waterway. I'm not exactly even sure myself where it's gonna go, so there wasn't much I could do. But you can see the ditch here. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. So somewhere in along here it's gonna go, so we're gonna lose a little seed. There's some weeds that survived, and it's rocky and along here it's pretty bad. So I don't know, we'll have to keep an eye on it and take care of some of this in post. The hay's starting to go down. Still waiting on half decent weather. I just am looking for 3 days and we're gonna go at it. And I did dig up some corn. The corn has sprouted already. There's a couple roots coming out the way it looks, a couple little sprigs off of the seed already. So that has me happy that it's starting to. Won't be long till it emerges with the heat that we're having and the rain. So I don't know, we'll have to see what this is going to turn into here with these weeds. Like I say, in another week they might die back a little harder yet, and hopefully by then, hey, you see some places it really turned it brown, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet how this is gonna work. I mean, it's better than it was. My gosh, if I didn't spray this when I first came here last year, this bottomland that was going in corn was just green. It was just a thick mat across the ground of weeds that just I can guarantee you, if I didn't do what I did, this would be just a wasteland of weeds. So next year, or this fall, once we get our lime down here, once the waterway's done, I didn't want to put any lime down here because I have no idea what they're doing with this waterway, and I don't want to be wasting fertilizer yet on top of it, or lime. So I didn't put any lime down here, but once the waterway's finished, once we have it figured out where it's going to go, the lime for next year, being that this is all beans, this is all going to go back into corn, we're going to lime down here. This whole area, the pH is real low. Hay fields are nice and green. Like I say, it's got to be cut soon. So we're doing some scouting today, checking on the field, seeing what we got coming, looking for weeds. I got cornfields that are gonna need a post-emerge shortly, but I have to wait till the corn's at V2 before I can even think about that. So let's see what else we get into today. All right, guys, I'm taking very little footage today just because I want to keep rolling. There's thunderstorms coming, and the reason for that, I'll let you know what I'm up to. I'll just give a quick explanation as to what I'm doing right now. So I have a field on top of the hill. It's done now, I just did it, that has bad weed control in the corn. I was just up at my neighbor's, and he explained to me kind of how he does it. He waits till after the corn is planted, and after it's planted, then he goes out and sprays. So I don't know if that's worth it, but I figured it was worth a try. And I'm sorry if the camera's a little, it was all fogged up from being in my pocket. Anyway, he uses liquid nitrogen as a carrier for the herbicide, and then he puts some Roundup in with it and a couple other things, and also Enzone Max. It's the nitrogen stabilizer, so it doesn't go up into the air, it doesn't volatilize. He had given me some, so this isn't my idea. This is 100% how he does it, so we're going to try it. We have one test field. The corn isn't up yet. Like I say, it's still safe to put any type of nitrogen on. You won't burn anything. He's going 40 gallon to the acre with his. I don't really want to do that just because I don't have the money to be pumping that much nitrogen on. I save mine for the in-crop side dress. All right, so that's done. This is my second tank now today, and I'm going to do this field down here. This is going to be a control, or not a control, another test field. Basically this year, every single one of my cornfields is going to be a test plot. I'll leave one as a control. So what I'm doing down here, we're going with the liquid nitrogen carrier. I have some weeds and I have some Roundup in there, and I have all the Genesis Ag products mixed to put on as a broadcast. That will be broadcast on this side. This side will be foliar. I want to see if there's a difference. It's the same exact ground, same exact soil. The micronutrients, I was reading a little bit last night, they're better if you put them on before you plant, and then some people say to put it on foliar. There's a lot of conflicting things online. A lot of universities are conflicting with each other. So we're going to do a test here. So I have the Genesis Ag products in the tank. I have Micro Boom, Vita N, Terra, and Carbos, that field, and then we have some weeds. We'll see how it does. Oh, and there is no nitrogen, and I didn't want to cheat at all, putting more nitrogen on that field with the Genesis Ag products. So this is water with some Roundup and a couple other herbicides that I can put on that are safe right now. And we have all the Genesis Ag products mixing right now, agitating. So this will be a test broadcast versus foliar. So just want to get this on camera, even if nobody is watching. At least it's a good record for myself to know what's what I'm doing where. So all right guys, I got to get moving. We got storms coming. The reason I wanted to do it before the thunderstorms, I want the rain to put the nitrogen in the ground a little bit better. So on we go. All right guys, it's been about 5 days since the planting. I got a notification on my Farm Logs app that my corn has emerged. So it's just fun here, but I don't see any there. There's little, yeah, there's one there. They're little, so it's not, it is technically emerged. Yeah, I see it. They're just tiny little sprigs. So we're supposed to get some more rain today. We're only supposed to have a high of 66 for Monday, and then we're back in the 70s. So I got this weed patch to deal with. Got to do something with it. There's thistles coming up.